in larger numbers for their seismographs, man.
Yeah, man. Well, the seismograph itself is going to be, that's going to be making an imprint upon the earth. It's going to be moving along the ground like this. The needle's going to do that, and the seismograph's going to do that. And the building that the seismograph's in's going to do that too. Everything's going to be moving, man.
It's back in Revelations 16 verse 19. And the great sea was divided into 3 parts, and the seas of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before God to give her the cup of the wine of the wrath, of the fierceness of his wrath.
That's right, that's the judgment. Go on.
And every island fled away.
Yep.
And the mountains were not found.
Yep.
And there fell upon the men a great hail out of heaven.
Oh, fell upon men a great hail. That hail is metaphorical for those missiles, because they're going to come down like hail. Hard. They look like giant pieces of hail.
Spears.
Spear, they've been called arrows. Spears. Swords, flying swords. How do you get around that? In the book of 2nd Ezra, it says there's going to be flying swords. What's a flying sword? A missile.
Yeah.
That's in the 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, when it speaks about the flying swords. How are you going to get around that? What's that talking about? What can that... Literally, have you ever seen a flying sword? Have you ever seen a flying carpet? I've never seen a flying carpet, and I've never seen a flying sword. These are real clownish, man. The hail is talking about them missiles, man. Go on.
And there fell upon the men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent.
Like when he saw it, it looked like a... When you see a missile, I don't know if the brother can get a picture of an ICBM, or even when by the time they see it, it would have already broke off, so it will be just the warhead. It looks just like a stone. Or the warhead, it looks like a stone, man. The missile of the warhead looks like a stone dropping out the sky. It's not actually gonna be fucking stones. How is I gonna turn up the chariots and drop stones?
Well, you consider this as well, man. You know, John wouldn't have been able to sit there and tell you the weight of the thing. But he said it was about this weight, the size of the tank,
They look heavy, man.
Yeah. So
that's by size.
No, that's just, it's an approximation for him. He's looking at that.
He didn't weigh it. You gotta remember, you've seen a vision, man. I mean, you ain't got to worry about the picture, you know. Forget about that. But you know the point. It's talking about the missiles, man. But it's in cold language, man. It's a dark saying that obviously not everyone can receive.
Well, you imagine looking up at it, man. It's gonna look...
Yeah, like a stone falling from heaven, man.
And you're just thinking, oh shit.
Oh shizness.
Shit. Okay, and men blasphemed God because of the plague of their hell, for the plague thereof was exceeding great.
Yeah, when the missiles drop, they're gonna be like, to hell with the Most High. They're gonna curse God.
How could God allow this to happen?
Yeah. It's so what good for your ass. That's your judgment.
That's it on that.
This is the place of judgment. Right, I want you to get me. Start from the 14th verse. Because remember,
Revelations.
Oh, sorry, Revelations 9 and 14. But this is also going into the World War III again. How do you know? Because it speaks about the angels being loosed at the Euphrates. So that's that same war, World War III, that we're coming into right now. And we're going to read.
Revelation chapter 9 verse 14. Saying to
now he goes into a little more detail about what he saw.
Saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which were bound in the great river Euphrates.
Right.
And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the 3rd part of men.
The 3rd part of men represents the so-called white men, or Edom. See how it all coming into play? Because you got 3 classifications of men. You got the children of the wicked, the sons of the wicked. I don't like using the word children. The sons of the wicked, the sons of men, and the sons of God. The Israelites being the sons of God, the other nations being the sons of men, and the so-called white men being the sons of the wicked. So they're the third part of men. And that's not saying they're the only ones that are going to die, man, but it's their kingdom, okay? Damn it, man.
And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
Right, the horsemen, first of all, what, so you telling me in World War III there's going to be horses? You know, like, come on, man. The horsemen that is talking about that's going to destroy America is the missiles, which we're going to get into Joel, the 2nd chapter, and prove that. Read.
And I heard the number of them, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone. And
right, that's talking about when the missiles fly through the sky, they're surrounded by fire, really. Especially when they're coming back into the atmosphere, they've got that fire as they're coming down, surrounding them. Yeah. And the breastplate represents the armor, the metal that surrounds them. So he got a more of a close-up this time.
And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions.
It doesn't mean the heads of lions, it represents the power that's in the nuclear warhead, man. Because where's a lion's power? In the bite. The bite of the missile is in the head, the warhead. It's actually called a warhead. Read on. Tell me where the missiles in the scriptures. You bunch of idiots, man. Read on.
And out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone.
Yeah, that's that. When they go on.
By these three was the third part of men killed.
The fire. That's the fire.
By the fire.
That's the same fire, man. And it's gonna come from them horsemen. And he's ain't talking about a bunch of angels and galloping on horses.
Apocalyptic horses and
this
shit.
is talking about the missiles that are gonna be fired by Russia.
That's right.
The scripture says they come from a far country. Hold on, get me that in Isaiah the 13th chapter. Because this is the same thing I'm talking about in Isaiah the 13th chapter. You gotta have to hold that chapter too.
Isaiah 13 verse 5. They come from a far country.
Right, those are them horsemen, which we know are the missiles. So we know it's not talking about no angels or no chariots. It says they come from a far country. What's that far country? Mainly Russia, but also China. And all them other countries, man. Read on.
From the end of heaven.
From the end of heaven, because that's why they're called intercontinental ballistic missiles. They're going to come from a continent from the other end of heaven. Read on.
Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
Yeah, because them missiles belong to the Most High. And he's going to use them as he please.
To destroy the land, the whole land.
To destroy the whole land. Third part of men. Right, so go back where you was up.
This is verse 8, Revelation 9 and 18. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth.
The power is in where's the power in the missile? Is it in the back end or is it, the back end is the propulsion?
Yeah.
Where's the power in a nuclear missile? Where's the end you don't want to get fuck around with? The head, the warhead. Read on.
And in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents.
When you see the missile flying, they're like, you got that smoke coming out the back end, like a serpent. Go on.
And had heads, and with them they do hurt.
The heads, like the warheads. Go on.
And the rest of the men which were not killed by this plague, yet repented not of the works of their hands.
Them guys that survived the missiles, go on, which is not in America, you know, around the different world. Read.
That they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk.
Meaning they're gonna still do their madness they're doing even after the missiles hit America. They're probably gonna be praying to Allah or some bullshit. Go on.
Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts.
And that's why they're gonna come up against the Lord with their one world army, man. Now let's get Joel the 2nd chapter. Another scripture going into exactly the same thing. Most High is creative, man. He could say the same thing, but in many different ways.
It's Joel chapter 2 and verse 1.
In fact, hold on 1 second. I thought I saw something before that I wanted to bring up. Right, read this first, Revelations 20 and 8. And start from 7. Because I just want to get this point.
It's Revelation chapter 20 verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired.
Right, that's the 1,000 years when the so-called white man was shut up in obscurity in Europe, man, in the Caucasus regions, man. Read on.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Right, the white man was loosed out of his prison, man. That's the Renaissance period. That's when he started fucking learning how to speak properly and went into his world domination tactics and prevailed and started colonizing and all that shit. Because prior to that, he weren't doing none of that. He was shut up. The people who were really dealing with world affairs was Jake and Ishmael and Moab and all these other nations. The white man was in a tight space, man, so to speak.
I shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
That's the white man. That wasn't talking about no spiritual demon. The white man did that. He went out into all Japan. That's why you got that movie Ip Man. He was all the way over there in fucking China and Japan and shit. He in Africa, South Africa. If that's not the four corners of the earth, man was in South Africa, Argentina, Alaska, all over the fucking world. The white man went with the same bullshit. That's talking about the white man, okay? But obviously his father's Satan, man. The spiritual demon Satan. But the white man is Satan too. But it's talking about the white man because he's the one that was bound up. Ain't no spirit getting bound up, you dummies. Go on.
To gather them together to battle.
So far, everything we read in here is all about this real world, man. The visions he was having was about the real world. The beast is a real world thing, man. The only thing that's spiritual is the angels, except for Apollyon. Apollyon's really, was it Kaiser Wilhelm, man. The destroyer, man, because he's the one that set up World War I. Yeah.
The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they
read that again. Sorry,
okay. Verse 8, and they shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Gog and Magog together to gather them together to battle.
Gog and Magog, which is Russia, man, because he's already telling you that Russia's going to play a major part in what? The final battle, which is going to be World War III. Read on.
The number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
Right, the amount of warriors that are going to fight in that is going to be innumerable. All them armies together. Like me and the brother, we saw some of the figures that they had for some of these armies, man. In the millions, man.
Yeah.
You can't, if you saw that, you couldn't count that with your hands, man. Read.
And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about and the beloved city. Fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them.
That's right, they're going to end up launching the missiles on their damn self, man. That's that fire, man. Read on.
And the devil that deceived them was cast
Who's the devil that deceived us? The devil that deceived us is the so-called white man.
That's right.
Read on.
And was cast into the lake of fire.
He was cast into the lake of fire, man. That's America. When the fire comes down from the Most High, where? On earth. Not no mythical fucking region, man.
And brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are.
America.
And shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.
That's what that fire is going to be burning, man. It's a poetic term. It's poetic, man. Meaning that fire is going to be burning in America where they are for a long time. Shit, man. These are stupid, man. Get Joel the 2nd chapter.
Joel chapter 2 verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, where is nigh at hand.
Yep, the day of the Lord, America being destroyed.
A day of darkness and of gloominess. A day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, they have not been ever the like. Yep. Neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.